Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel, A Daily Dose of Tammy. Let me be your inner voice. If you're new here, I'm Tammy, a licensed mental health therapist, author of Lessons from the Listening Lady, and group practice owner of a Therapy Life Center. I am a therapist who blends evidence-based tools like cognitive behavioral therapy, known as CBT, with spiritual insight to support you on your healing journey. And today, we're going into something I sit with in my office every week, something I've honestly lived myself. We're talking about the people-pleasing wound. And I want to say that word wound on purpose, because this is not just a quirk. This is not just how you are. This is something that happened to you, and it is something you can heal. So if you've ever said yes when everything in you meant no, or if you've ever gone quiet to keep the peace. If the idea of letting someone down makes your whole body tense up, this episode is for you. So stay with me. So let's talk about what this actually is. People pleasing gets thrown around like it's a bad habit, like something you should be able to snap out of. But it goes so much deeper than that. People pleasing is a survival strategy. Your nervous system built it, usually way back in childhood, to keep you safe. Because somewhere along the way, you got the message that your needs were too much, that love came with conditions, that the only way to be okay was to make sure that everyone around you was okay first. Maybe you were the one keeping the peace in the house that didn't have much of it. Maybe every time you said no, someone pulled away or blew up. Maybe you were the good one, the easy one, the helper, and people loved you for it, so you kept doing it. And for a while, it worked. It kept things calm. It kept you safe. But now it's costing you. Because here's what doesn't get said enough about people pleasing. It looks like generosity from the outside, but on the inside, it's exhausting you. Every time you say yes when your soul is screaming no, you abandon yourself a little. And over time, those little moments of abandonment stack up. They become resentment, burnout, that low hum of anxiety that you can't quite name or shake. I see it in my clients all the time. People who have everything going for them on paper, who look completely fine on the outside, but they're quietly running on fumes. And underneath all of it is this quiet anger that they don't know what to do with. That anger isn't a problem. That's your soul letting you know it's tired of being last. So today, I want to help you actually do something about it. I'm going to walk you through my ACRE method, which stands for awareness, connection, reprogram, and embody. And we're going to walk through this together right now. So let's go. Awareness, seeing what's actually going on. The first step is awareness. And I'm not talking about the kind that makes you spiral into everything that's wrong with you. I mean the kind that's honest, curious, and kind. Here's how people pleasing actually works in the body. Someone asks something of you, and before you've even had a second to check in, yes, of course, no problem, it's already out of your mouth. Your nervous system fired before your truth had a chance to show up. This is what's called the fawn response. It's a survival mechanism. Your body learned early on that keeping people happy meant staying safe. So even the thought of saying no sends a signal. Your chest tightens, your stomach drops, your mind spinning through every way it could go wrong. That is not a flaw. That is your biology doing exactly what it learned to do. So awareness starts with getting real with yourself. Where are you saying yes when you mean no? Where are you making yourself smaller to keep someone else comfortable? Where are you taking care of everyone's feelings except your own? I want you to think of one thing right now. One person, one situation, one pattern you keep repeating. Okay, I want you to hold on to that. We're going to come back to it. And as you're sitting with whatever came up, please hear this. You didn't create this wound. It was created in you. Noticing it is not about blame or shame. It's about finally being able to see it clearly enough to do something different. And that brings us to step 2, connection. Because you can be fully aware of a pattern and still feel completely stuck in it. Awareness lives in the mind. connection moves into the body, into the heart, and that's where real shifting happens. I want to get personal here for a second because I think it matters. I spent years being really good at people pleasing, and honestly, I didn't even know that's what I was doing. I thought I was just a giving person, a good daughter, a good friend, a good therapist, a good mom. I wore all of that like it was something to be proud of. But the truth is, I was giving to everyone except myself, saying yes to things that drained me, going quiet when I needed to speak up, choosing what I thought I was supposed to want over what I actually wanted. And underneath all of it, I was anxious all the time. What I've come to understand is that people pleasing is really just a disconnection from yourself. When you need other people's approval to feel okay, you lose the thread back to your own truths. And your truth lives in your heart. Your heart always knows. The heart whispers while the ego yells. When you're in people pleasing mode, you can't hear that whisper at all. So let's come back to it together right now. I want you to put your feet flat on the ground. Lower your shoulders, unlock your jaw, put your hand on your heart, and breathe in through your nose. Hold it and exhale all the way out. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Now bring that person or situation back to mind, that one you thought of a few moments ago. And this time, I want you to check in with your body. Get out of your head. Just honestly, how does this feel? Not how it should feel, but how does it actually feel right now? Whatever came up, that's yours. That's the part of you that has been waiting to be heard. And just the act of noticing it, of giving it a moment, is already a step toward coming home to yourself. Your higher self is not a people pleaser. It knows what it needs. It speaks through your gut, through the tension that shows up when something isn't right, through the tiredness that follows every yes your heart already said no to. Learning to hear that voice and then actually trusting it, that's the work. And step 3 is reprogram. This is where things actually start to shift. People pleasing doesn't just happen, it runs on beliefs, old ones. Things like, if I say no, they'll leave. If I let someone down, I'm a bad person. My needs are too much. I have to earn my place. These thoughts feel true because your nervous system has been repeating them for years. But here's what CBT teaches us. A belief is only a belief because it's a thought you've practiced over and over again. And that means you can practice something new. It won't happen overnight, but it is absolutely possible. So here are 3 things I want you to actually try. The first one is learning to pause. People pleasers answer immediately, before they've even checked in. So when someone asks something of you, just try saying, "Let me get back to you on that." That's it. That little pause is where your truth finally gets a seat at the table. The second thing I want you to do is start questioning the worst case story. Because the moment you think about saying no, your mind probably goes straight to disaster. They'll be furious, they'll leave, everything will fall apart. So just slow it down and ask, is that actually true? And even if they're disappointed, is that something I can handle? Most of the time, yes, disappointing someone is uncomfortable, but it is not the end of the world for you or for them. And the third thing is to start small. Please don't start with the hardest conversation of your life. Start with something low stakes. Say no to the thing that drains you but doesn't threaten a relationship. Build that muscle in the easy moments so when the hard ones show up, you already know you can do it. This is going to take repetition and consistency. And if the new belief doesn't feel real right away, that's okay. You don't have to force it, just bridge it. Instead of, "I am worthy," when that doesn't feel real, try, "I'm learning that my needs matter. I'm becoming someone who shows up for herself, and I'm allowed to take up space." Say it like you mean it a little, and then say it again tomorrow. That's how reprogramming actually works. The last step is embody. And this is honestly my favorite part because it's where everything we've talked about stops living in your head as a concept and starts living in your life. You can know all of this. You can understand it completely and still fall right back into old patterns the second someone gives you a look of disappointment. Embodiment is different. It's when the understanding drops into your body and you start responding differently without having to think it through every single time. For people pleasing, that looks like setting a limit and sitting in the discomfort of it without immediately apologizing. It looks like saying no and not unraveling under the guilt. It looks like actually asking yourself what you want and honoring the answer, even when it's hard, even when someone pushes back. Here's the truth I want you to take with you. You are not here to be easy. You are not here to shrink so everyone around you can feel comfortable. You are not meant to pour yourself out for everyone else while your own spirit runs dry. You are here on purpose, with a purpose. And every time you say yes when your soul is screaming no, you drift a little further from it. When I finally started honoring my own truth, not perfectly, not all at once, just a little by little, things changed. Some relationships went deeper than they had ever been before, while some fell away. My anxiety got quieter, and I started to feel like myself in a way I hadn't in years. That's what's on the other side of this work. Not a perfect life, just you, the real you. And trust me, that is more than enough. Before I let you go, let's put our feet back on the floor. Lower our shoulders, put our hands back on our hearts, and let's inhale deeply and exhale completely. And I want you to say this to yourself out loud if you can, and if not, just quietly. I see you and I hear you. I matter. And from this moment forward, I am choosing to honor me. That's it. That's where it starts. Just a quiet decision to finally come back home to yourself. If this resonated, drop a comment and tell me where you've been saying yes when you actually meant no. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Like it, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an episode. Until next time, beautiful people, stay grounded, stay true, and remember, you got this.